Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We got an absolutely massive 4v4 for you here at Teller for Dune. This one's been sent in to us by Emperor Kandikatsu, and as always, oh my god, they're ready. And as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. We'll start with the defenders first, since we can't really, or no, actually, we'll start with the attackers first, and then we'll go around. All right. Attacking, we have playing as Seleucid. We have Rad Bro. Rad Bro 42069. Amazing. Ember Kandikatsu playing as Massilia. Fly Tire 1109 playing as Galatia, and Furier. No, that's Furier. I think it's Furier. I hope it's not Furier. Playing as Arverni. And then defending, we have Gor Mjolnir playing as Arvaki. Apologies for butchering the name. Teddy Cola playing as RDI. Beat it, Jesus Christ. Sally sells she-shells by the seashore. Get together. It's not Monday. Bearded Warman 58 playing as Carthage, and VJ playing as Boei. So we'll get into a little bit of the defenders here, since we can see at least some of them at least. And Carthage is bringing, I'm assuming this is going to be 3 Cretan archers. Balearics. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Balearics. 3 Balearic slingers. Ready to rip through these Gallic hunters from Massilia. Anyway, we'll start with Seleucid, since they're right here. 4 units of Syrian heavy archers. We do have a unit of citizen cav. General is Silver Shield Swordsman. And then what do we have? I think it's just thorax swords for the most part. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 thorax swords. 1, 2, 3 Thurio spears, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 hillmen up on the towers, and that's going to round out Seleucid there. Our Verni is rocking. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, really? Or no. Galatia. Jeez. I'm like looking at them like Celtic slingers. Our Verni brought Celtic slingers? 3 Syrians, I'm assuming, right off the bat. Yep, Syrian archers, 1 Celtic slinger. General is Galatian nobleman. All right, go with the spear unit. Actually, no, they only get that in cav. They don't get Galatian legionaries. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Galatian legionaries. Relatively scary. We have some Levy Freeman. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Galatian swords. Our Verni is bringing. We have 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 Gallic hunters up front and center. We have Oathsworn General. I actually don't see any other Oathsworn from them. They don't. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Chosen Swords, 1 big old Ballista Boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Celtic Warriors, 1 unit of Heavy Horse. And that looks like it's going to be it for our Verni. And then last but not least, Massilia is bringing. We have a unit of Massilian Thurio Spear, 2 units of Massilian Thurio Spears. Hippeus Lancer General, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Thorax Swordsmen, 1, 2, 3 Celtic Warriors. Big old ballista there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 Gallic or 3 Gallic hunters and 1 Celtic slinger. That's right. They can't bring their mercenaries. And then another Massilian Thurio spear over here. All right. 59 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock. Let's get it on. So hopefully this isn't too laggy or anything. Although it does look a little laggy, actually. Can't really... oh my good lord. That was fast and decisive. Gallic Hunters getting out of there, not unscathed. They're down to 80 men. Now 79. Might lose a couple more here and there, but gee, talk about just perfect firing angles there. Getting rid of those guys nice and quick. Levy Freeman moving on up. Not really sure why. The archers are going to focus down on the ballista itself. It's not like the siege towers have scorpions on them, but he's going to get some shots off. You know, a whiffed one. One did manage to hit some of the Gallic Hunters there, but I don't think... I mean, with the amount of firepower that's here, they probably should... Massilia is going to stick it out, actually. Good for them. They're taking a minute, though, to fire. Nope, they're pulling out. No, he's just stretching the line out. 105, 104. Come on. Start firing. Get rid of these guys. Or are you just going to sit here and take it? What are you doing? Fire! Light them up. Wow. Can't believe they didn't get that. Maybe one more will do the trick, but they're down to 95 men. I mean, actually, they're doing better than the ones over here, because they were down to, what, 80? 79? They only got 95 guys left. The number might drop relatively soon. Come on. Give me another volley. I don't know what's taking... I guess it's just because it's lagging a bit. There are a lot of units on the field. Quick reload has been popped. No, don't pull back. 88 men. Yeah, I guess it's starting to become not worth it. What do we got here? Slave slingers. It's going to continue to pull back. And there we have it. Probably going to lose a couple more people. Maybe not. Alright, that ain't too bad. 88 guys. Unfortunately, they did not silence us, but... I guess the only uptick I was gonna say is not uptick. That's the wrong word. The only benefit is that RDI has wasted a great deal of ammo firing at those archers. So much so that he's actually out of ammo. Oh, brother. Only 36 kills to show for it. I mean, well, I say only 36 kills, but he managed to actually not get his unit burned down, and he got 36 kills out of that. Whereas if he didn't fire, then it would have been different. But I mean, Artie, he had his slave slingers here. He should have, or rather he could have brought them down here, and the slingers would have made quick work of, are they sound, oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's slow it down real quick. All right, so Arvaki has decided to come right on out. We have a unit of Noble Cav here, Noble Fighters, Iberian Slingers, and then 1, 2, 3 painted ones, all triple bronze chevrons. What's that going to do for their stats? Melee defense is up to 55. Melee attack is up to 48. Base morale is up to 65. So, I mean, the morale's already pretty decent to begin with. So now Massilia is setting up a little bit of a defensive line here, try and deal with these guys. What do we got here? Celtic Bowman. So we'll see how this goes. Go back to regular speed. Massilian Thorio Spears will probably have a bit of a tough time against the Painted Warrior. I don't expect them to live against the Painted Warriors, at least on their own. But, I mean... Who else had Cav? Well, he only has Citizen Cavalry. Speaking of which, what are they doing? What's going on? Did somebody else sally out? No, I don't see anybody. Unless he's gonna... Well, he doesn't have... Right? Yeah, no, he doesn't have a ballista. I mean, if he wants to get his cav into the settlement, he's going to have to rely on Arverni or Massilia to knock down the wall here. But it looks like Massilia might actually be waiting and holding on with his ballista here to do something. Arverni's not doing much either. I mean, he has one free that can start firing. But here's one of the reasons why I mean, bringing Cav of any sort to Tuller Verdun, if you're on attack, I always feel like is a terrible idea. Because you have to rely on the gates that are here. Let me do this. Here, here, or here to get in. There's only 3 points of entry. And if you don't have a ballista or an onager, or you've wasted your shots, or it got destroyed somehow, or whatever, and you didn't knock down a wall, and you don't take those gates, it's a wasted resource. It really is. I mean, that's why I'm happy that Seleucid brought Silver Shield Swordsman. Massilia, I don't think has a choice in their generals. I don't think they can bring a foot, a dismounted general, so to speak. Infantry general, only Cav. But I mean, hey, our Verney didn't bring a Cav general, which is smart. You want to be able to get them inside to assist your troops as best as you possibly can by giving them buffs. Speaking of which, let's see what they got. Second Wind and Battle Rhythm. What did our Verney go with? They went with Raise Banner and Rally. Always a good choice. Seleucid went with, what do we have here? Second Wind and Battle Rhythm. And then where is, here we are, Glacia Nobleman. Glacia went with, did they both go? Yeah, they did. All right, yeah, so 2 and 2, not bad. Yeah, these are the two general abilities that I think are the best. The third one, which I always forget, I'm sure somebody will remind me in the comments, and if you do, thank you very much. Ooh, they're getting shot at. Who are they getting shot at by? Do they still have ammo? No. I wonder who was shooting them. Yeah, the other one, was it Fear and Warcry? I don't think is ever worth it. I can't tell you how many times I've played a multiplayer match where somebody uses was it Warcry or Intimidate? I think it might be Intimidate, where it negates, like, say if you use Warcry on Oathsworn, then they won't be able to use their Headhunt ability, or Intimidate rather. I can't tell you how many times somebody has used Intimidate on a unit of mine that doesn't have quick reload, precision shot, headhunt, crack the whip, and like none of that. So it's a waste. And yeah, I don't think that is a very good one. Long shots coming out from Massilia. Shot's going to bounce off the rock face here, but not going to do anything. Meanwhile, the attackers are slowly but surely making their way up, and now we can start to see more and more of the defense. We'll take a quick look here. We have some lots of Levy Freeman, actually. Two Levy Freeman that we can see so far from Bowie Eye. Then, of course, we have some Celtic Warriors. Looks like some Sword Followers. Yeah, I think those are Sword Followers. RDI, we can see what we got here. Illyrian Spears, Spearmen. Mercenary Gallic Warriors from Carthage. Gallics, Italian swords. Those are the slingers, and then more slave slingers. All right, so an interesting defense. Actually, I kind of like this. This is a defense that could definitely potentially work. I mean, you got to think about it this way, right? RDI has his Spearmen in square formation, which obviously boosts their melee defense up to 69, which is pretty good. Morale gets boosted a little bit too, as well. But you have to think, as these units are coming off of the siege towers, entering the settlement, it's going to be, a 160-man unit fighting against a square. Eventually, what's going to eventually, I'm saying eventually a lot. Sorry. What's going to happen is they're going to start fighting these spearmen units that are in square formation, but they're going to start to kind of, I would imagine at least, rubber band around the sides, right? And already, yes, Boyai's units are going to be throwing their javelins. But I can see they're doing something here with these Celtic Warriors. But if they left their Levy Freeman and Celtic Warriors where they are and let the units here rubber band around the spearmen to try and envelop them, then they could allow the Celtic Warriors and Levy Freeman to throw their jabbies right into the sides, exhaust their projectiles, their precursor weapons, and then charge them right on in. However, over here, we could see they've actually slipped through the gap here just to plug it seems like. But honestly, I don't think that it would be such a terrible idea to actually continue. As I was saying, it happens. Yeah, to move these guys up a little bit. You don't even necessarily have to tell them to attack one or the other. Move them up so that they, as a unit, are actually touching the hillmen on either side so that the entire 160-man unit is fighting the two hillmen on either side. Hillmen are trash. We know this. They don't do very well in any type of a circumstance, and especially against Celtic warriors, they're gonna die immediately. Add that on top of them trying to deal with spearmen whose melee defense has been buffed significantly. Yeah, the hillmen are gonna have a terrible day. This especially too. The slave slingers are just firing right into the back of these hillmen. They can't really do anything about it. They can go and try and silence these guys and attack them to get rid of them, but we have these Gallic warriors right here who also will make quick work. Honestly, I know slingers have a lot of ammo, far more than archers do, so it's harder to exhaust their ammo reserves. At this point, though, personally, I think that I would have the slingers stop firing and just send in the Gallic warriors to let them deal with the hillmen. I mean, they're already routing anyway. 97 guys, only 14 kills. It's no surprise that these hillmen are collapsing in a rapid fashion. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like Galatian swords are actually having a pretty tough time against the Levy Freeman here. It's no surprise, though, because we do have slave slingers up on top getting nice arcing shots over the Levy Freeman right into these Galatian swords, especially as they're disembarking the siege towers. They're able to pick off the units far, far easier. A nice little mass of troops here as well. This is potentially dangerous for them as well because the slingers, again, can just fire into this and they'll get loads of collateral damage. Simply by clicking on one unit to fire, they'll hit all three. Meanwhile, over here, ooh, Arvaki has actually brought a Scorpion. Not a bad move. 4 kills so far, but honestly, I think I would have left the Scorpion on the inside. I might have even just put the Scorpion right here on the hill and let it go. Could you imagine the Scorpion on the hill here tearing through all 3 units of these Galatian swords? Insanity. Absolute insanity. All right. So let's go back to regular speed, because there's not much else. Seleucid's kind of hanging back in the moment, too. Honestly, as his hillmen were disembarking, he should have taken, I'd say, at least 3 of the thorax swords and brought them over here. Okay? Landed them here, here, and here. Just to, because then he would have been able to quiet these slingers. Oh, pardon me. Had a frog in my throat. He would have been able to silence these slingers, engage with the mercenary Gallic warriors, so at least the hillmen would have lasted, I don't know, what, 5 seconds more? And then it just would have been a way to alleviate pressure off of this front right here. Because now, although this could potentially work in their favor too, let's go back to normal speed. Now, as these hillmen are getting absolutely routed on out of here, I mean, look at this massive attack right here. Shots coming in from, who is it? It is Arverni firing. Honestly, I think I'd probably be trying to fire at the units up here. But anyway, huge assault coming over here. With the collapse of the hillman here, there's 1 or 2 ways that this now could work. The defenders shift completely to completely shut this down, okay? Because there's a lot of troops over here that are going to be getting shuffled in here. or they stay here to deal with Seleucid. RDI has how many? 1, 2, 3 Illyrian hoplites, all single silver chevroned up. What does that do for their stats? 40 melee attack, 57 melee defense, 62 base morale. Not bad. Yeah. I mean, our RDI is kind of forced to stay where they are now. Big shots coming in. Could I do this in 2 times speed? Would that mitigate the lagging? Probably not, actually. This helmet are still going, actually. 41 kills. That's not bad. Oh, they're gone. They're so dead. Illyrian Spearmen coming on in for a nice little rear charge. 10 kills for them. 24 for this unit. Pardon me, had to sneeze. Celtic Bowmen getting some good shots here on the Celtic Warriors. They're losing. They're losing. Combat's even. Well, look at this. There we go. Either Arverni or Galatia has noticed that there is a gap here. At least it looks like it to me, right? There it is. Slipping them Celtic Warriors through. They're going to manage to wrap around a little bit on these Celtic Warriors. But honestly, what do we have here? Sword followers, never mind. There you go. Get them on through there. Ooh, big shots coming in. Oh, that one just ricocheted off the roof and plopped down right there. That was nice. That was pretty cool. Sword followers are actually pulling back. Are we switching out troops here? 155 men. I mean, they were doing all right. I don't know why he pulled them out. Unless they're just setting up a new defensive line. I mean, the Illyrian Spearmen, yeah, they're not going to be doing too well for too much longer. They're doing a good job of bogging down. At least this unit is. Of bogging down this right here. But yeah, look at this. The attackers are noticing this big gap here. They're trying to exploit it as much as they possibly can. Galatian swords. And Celtic warriors charging on in against some sword followers. Huge, huge shot coming right in there. Destroying that house. Sword followers now taking on 2 units. They're going to try and do something here. But once again, here is another little gap. Very tiny. Very, very tiny. But not that anyone does. But if they did have a unit that was small enough, they absolutely 100% could have exploited that. Meanwhile, over here, Seleucid's landing more of his troops. Thorax swords disembarking. Hoplites coming in, and they have seriously screwed the pooch on this one, marching in to go after these Thorax swordsmen, leaving themselves wide open. They did actually get a nice little jabby off onto the rear of these guys, taking out, looks like, 6 men out of the unit. But these guys are now getting absolutely peppered down in the rear. Yeah, it's going to be tough to decide to actually what's going to be the right thing to do here. Honestly, you should probably just, yeah, come over here, deal with these Illyrian hoplites. They'll kind of be out of range of the slingers because they'll be protected by the house here. But instead they decided to charge into the back of these Illyrian hoplites, which is going to leave them open. No, they went for a double charge. Okay. They're losing decisively. They've barely been in any type of a combat. And they're losing decisively because they are getting peppered down so much by the slingers. Now they're taking on a unit of pretty fresh Illyrian hoplites. This is going to be a tough fight for them. Illyrian Spearmen here are starting to waver quite a bit. That's good. These guys, imagine, will be gone relatively soon, too. Honestly, Massilia is in a world of hurt right now. I didn't realize that this was Boei. Yeah, so their Celtic Warriors aren't doing too hot. 92 kills down to 71 men. Then we have the Galatian Swords over here. Actually, looks like they're kind of getting into the rear of these Celtic Warriors as well. So, yeah, just everyone's losing everywhere all of the time at the same time. It's still not a whole lot of anything going on over here, but again, you don't really need to do anything. This is it. He's doing it. He doesn't need to do anything else. Scorpion here is racking up kills. I would imagine they probably still have some ammo left. 56 kills so far. And they don't need to do anything. They really don't need... This is it. This is all they have to do. They don't have to do anything else. You have five units here that's holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially 10 and 11 units in place that can't go and get on the siege towers to get inside to start to do something. If you sally out, you don't always need to actually sally out. You get me? Sometimes the threat of you being outside of the wall is enough of a hindrance to give your allies a boost. Meanwhile, looks like Seleucid over here starting to do a little bit better. This unit, unfortunately, is having a really rough day. He's about to get sandwiched between another Illyrian hoplite unit. They're gonna. Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. How are they winning decisively? They were just losing. Yeah, these guys are doing it not so great. The 3 units of thorax swords over here, though, probably doing a little bit better, or at least this one is for sure. Yeah. This unit, combat's even. Combat's even. They're losing slightly. Combat's even. Massilia's losing a unit here. So is Galatia. Arverni's still sticking around, though, taking on some sword followers. You know, sword followers are a scary unit. Thorax swords, very wise, coming over here to capture the tower. This is going to aid them a lot in the long run, especially once this is captured in their favor. It's absolutely going to start ripping shots into the slave slingers here, some of the Celtic bowmen that are up there, and of course, whatever other units come their way. Libyan infantry from Carthage making their way up to the front lines. Sword followers pulling back. Looks like they're maybe going to set up another defensive line again. It's a nice little gradual fallback that I'm seeing here. They're realizing that they can't firmly hold, so they bend a little bit. Bend just a little bit. Looks like they're also switching out troops, which is a good thing to see. But Galatia still has quite a bit. I mean, they haven't even sent in their heavy hitters yet. Still shots coming out from Arverni here. How many kills do they have, actually? 59? How about Massilia? 15? Not bad. So far, balance of power is still pretty even. I mean, we're only 10 minutes into the battle. Feels a lot longer, but only 10 minutes. Thorax swords coming in. Looks like they're going to try and do something about these Illyrian hoplites here. Tough nuts to crack. Nice little rear charge into the back there. Let's actually see what's going on here. Cool. Where was it? Illyrian helmet. I was actually at the Metropolitan Museum of Art last month. I was wandering through their Greek and Hellas section, and they had a part where everything was not necessarily, it was on display, but it was also still like undergoing like research and stuff, a bunch of statues, pottery, what have you. But they had quite a few Illyrian helmets as well. I was nerding out a little bit. He was just like looking back. I wonder if I left the oven on. Let's see. Here we go. What do you think? This? No, we'll get the burning. I always feel like having a tower, especially if it's like smoking or especially if it's on fire, definitely looks way cooler. You know what? This is kind of cool. Zoom in for me, please. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Someone make a mod to make the camera better, please. Do us all a favor. Sorry. I know this is taking a while. I'm just trying to get a good angle here. Oh, it's alright. Alright, back to it. Hello? Hit P. There we go. Alright, Celtic Warriors wavering quite a bit here. I'm sure they're going to be gone relatively soon. They're getting focused down something serious. Only 64 kills. Galatian swords are now in there. Oh, they stopped wavering. That's good. They're still losing decisively, though. Wouldn't be... I mean, this is... well, they are winning, though. It would be... If he had... I mean, if the Thurio Spears were in here, you could plop them down and have them fire into the back of the Libyan infantry. They are losing, however. So that's good to see. Sword followers losing against some Thorax swordsmen. Galatian swords are getting absolutely focused down. Honestly, not a bad move to do. How are we doing here? 70 kills. He's just going to keep chipping away. More shots coming out. Not using fire shot, though. Where are they going to land? Oof. Oh, managed to take out some of the Gallic warriors. That's good. Libyan infantry got some, what, Italian swords? Yep, Italian swords moving up. More sword followers moving up as well. So it looks like they're going to try and hold this as best as they possibly can. Thorax swords here taking on some Gallic warriors. Yeah, that's definitely a tough fight. Even though they don't have great armor. Well, the armor's not bad, but their melee defense is insane. So it's no surprise. Although there's a 69. Wait, what is theirs? What's the base? 57. Okay. And their base is... Well, I guess we don't really know what their base is because they're chevroned up. Gallics, here we go. 55, did that say? 58. So they have one... They have 58. They have 57 base. 38, 34 for melee attack and weapon damage. 25 and 40. Galatian Sword's not doing too hot. This is going to allow... If they don't plug this up right here, this will absolutely allow Boei to come and swoop right around into the backs of these Thorax swordsmen, and then that's just not going to be good for anybody. Oh, what do we got? Scutari Cav. Not necessarily scary, but again, you don't need a lot to put the fear of God into the attackers. You just need something there to stand, just standing there, menacingly. That's really all you need. Again, I mean, perfect example. 5 troops holding up so much. And then it's, what do you do here? Do you commit and you go and you fight and you hope that you do well enough that you don't lose too many guys? Or do you fall back and you say, screw it, I'll just worry about this later? Or do you just stand still? Take your punishment from slingers and scorpions alike. It's a tough choice to make. I mean, it potentially the attackers could do enough damage here that Arvaki has to come back inside. Did they lose some guys? Oh, they did. Oh, wow, they did. They're down to 16 men out of 40. 16 men on a dead man's chest. Yo, oh, okay, I'll stop. Anyway, yeah, so the front line here for the attackers is not looking terrific. I'm just thinking about this now, though. It's going to be hilarious when this video is finished, because the battle was 59 minutes and 22 seconds, but the video itself is going to be much longer than an hour. Because it's moving so slow. Come on. Thorax Swords here, they are on their way out. 57 men left, only 35 kills. That's unfortunate, but they did get sandwiched between 2 units of Gallic warriors, so that's no surprise. Libyan infantry adding insult to injury by tossing some javies. They're going to be gone soon. Thorax Swords not doing too good here. Lyrian Hoplites are losing too, but this is tough. I mean, he has, right? No, he doesn't. Oh, gosh. Here's, I was about to say, the other thing too is he should have his Syrians over here firing into the back, but then of course you have to worry about the Balearic slingers here. That will also be a bit of a concern. But he doesn't really have to move too far over. I mean, if he just even one, like right here, he can get shots over and fire into the back. Are they firing? They're not. None of the defenders can get pikes, so there's no point in holding on to the. I guess that's not necessarily true. It's always worth holding on to ammo if you can. But at the cost of your troops here, that's a little wild. Thurio Spears making the way on in here. This front line is really starting to collapse. Tari Cav pulling away. Actually going back inside fully. Now would be a time to take your 2 last Thorax Swordsmen and get them up here. Have the Syrians. There you go. Wait. He's not he just has auto fire on. No, dude. Pain. So much pain. He should not. Oh well. What are you gonna do? What about Thurio Spear? What are we doing here with them? They're just kind of hanging out too. Galatian legionaries are starting to make their way in, so that's good. At least one of them has. But yeah, no one's really using their ranged units at the moment, and honestly, I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, obviously, Seleucid is, but it seems like he just selected all of them and turned auto fire on. Sometimes that's okay, I feel. Especially like in campaigns, if you're doing like a land battle or you don't really care and you just want your range units to start firing as soon as they possibly can, not necessarily at anything in specific, then yeah, sure. Keep auto fire on, but multiplayer battles, I don't know. I think it's more important to focus specifically what you want to attack with your ranged units instead. What do we have here? Is General, Illyrian Noble Hoplites, Illyrian Hoplites, Gallic Warriors. 4 Gallic Warriors. That's scary. Balearic Slinger is going to start firing now too. Looks like they're going to go after. Again, that's a smart move to go for. Because these guys aren't going to be fighting. It's going to be the Thorax Swords. Man, I feel like I am still in slow motion. Hog Warriors in here, firing. What are we going after? Iron Swords, not bad. It's going to help these Celtic Warriors out. Definitely, possibly add, get them a victory in this. Although they are getting shot in the rear by the Celtic bowmen, so that ain't great. Libyan infantry's not doing too. Is he pushing? Are you pulling through, sir? That is kind of what it looks like, unless they go into shield wall. Libyan hoplites not doing too good, but pretty fresh unit coming on in. Is Galatia in here? He is. This Galatian sword unit, though, if they really wanted to, would 100% get in here. And he should. Seleucid, though, I think just needs to... I mean, he's going to lose this unit here, probably. Libyan infantry not doing too hot. They're finally making some headway here. That was rough. Ooh, what do we got? Javelinman? Libyan Peltis. Not bad. Thorax Swords breaking through. Looks like they're going to chase some of these guys down. We get a nice little charge here. Not bad. These guys will be gone soon, though. Galatian Legionnaires coming in to back them up, though. That'll be good, at least for a little bit. Duck Warriors getting a nice rear charge on these sword followers. Going to get them out of here nice and quick. And hopefully we'll see them come right around into the back of these mercenary Italian swords. Get rid of them as well. Lyrian Hoplite's not doing too good. The amount of bodies they're just laying around. You know how slick the grass must be right now with blood and oil and fats? Libyans. I wonder if he brought Samnites with him. I think Arvaki probably should start to bring his troops back inside. The only problem with doing that, though, is... well, he's close enough to the gate where I don't think it would matter too much. But, oh, what? Is he going to commit? Looks like we might be committing to a battle here. Lots of arrow fire coming in. Yeah, now they're focusing down, so that's good. These guys are wavering, probably mostly due to collateral damage from the archers. But, yeah, these Lyrian Hoplites are going to get a little bit of a pounding, too, so that's good. Italian Swords almost out. 28 guys, they're gone. These Celtic Warriors, though, they're going to be 14 guys left. Big shot coming in. Where are we landing here? Ooh, looks like he's going after the general. Does it roll? Does it catch somebody? No. Just some guys who are routing. Scutari Cav in the thick of it right now, though. Beating up on some Galatian Swords. Lyrian Hoplites pulling back. Galatian Swords not doing too good. But this right here is a shooting gallery. This is, yes, right after these guys. That's exactly who you want to be going for. And especially now with the Hoplites pulling back, running away, you're going to shoot them in the back, shoot these guys, some who are standing the wrong way. They're going to get shot in the back. Love to see it. Bounce power is now in the favor. I would say just ever so slightly it is in the favor of the attackers. Ever so slightly. So, Seleucid doesn't have much left as far as manpower is concerned. They have 3 Thurio spears, 2 thorax swords, and of course their silver shield swordsman general, and their citizen cav too. But I mean, what good are the? What's good? What good is citizen cav? None. None. That's what. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that was a long shot, and unfortunately, he hit some friendlies. I'm not going to say that caused the Galatian swords to start to waver, but all evidence suggests that it did. But I think he did manage to get some of the Gallic warriors here, too, so that's good. Thurio spears coming on in, 53 kills, 55 now, wow. Down to 150 men, not bad. Get these guys in them, throw them in the square. Get them in square. You want them to stick around for a while? Put them in square formation. I used to hate Thurio spears. Did not like them at all. Guess what? I love them. Why? Because square. That is why. They don't... I mean, they don't have damage output, okay? But what they do have is pretty good armor, halfway decent melee defense without being in square formation. And then, you know, if you put them in square, it's only going to bump up their melee defense. And they're surprisingly tough. I've had them where they've held a breach in a wall against 2 or more... Well, I'd say 2 or more, but really like 1 to 3. Anywhere in between 1 to 3 units. And they've held them back for a significant amount of time. They don't win. They end up dying, but they can hold on for a while. Love Thurio spears. I was about to say Thurio swords, but that's not a thing. At least not in vanilla. Galatian Arverni teaming up to charge into this line of Gallic warriors here. They're going to take them on. Celtic warriors probably not going to do too good, but the Galatian legionnaires, I think, well, there's only 79 men left, but hopefully they'll be able to lay a little bit of a hurting on them. Thurio spears still hanging on, 64 men. Ooh. Celtic slingers got eviscerated over here. Not too great. They're hanging on. I mean, they're routing, but there we go. They're routing, but they weren't going anywhere. Looks like he's falling back. They're pushing forward again. I mean, look at the amount of havoc that Arvaki has caused here. Beating up on these Celtic slingers, chipping away at units incrementally here. Specifically, it looks like the thorax swords, the Thurio swords. Jesus. And they themselves have not really lost anybody, okay? Where did his scorpion go? I guess it came back inside. These guys are still up here. Painted Warriors, Silver Chevron. Definitely a scary unit to deal with. 37 minutes, 50 seconds left in this, guys. Don't forget to share, comment, subscribe, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. I, of course, appreciate it as well. Don't forget, check out the Discord, the link below for my Discord server. If you have Rome 2 replays of your own, or even Thrones of Britannia or Attila, I'm going to start to cover those soon. I have, I think, 1 replay of each that I need to get to, that I will eventually. I promise you I will. I just kind of, I like to go down the list of things, but now is list of replays, I should say. But now that I'm getting a little an uptick of submissions from new people in the Discord server, I'm going to have to start to shuffle around replays a bit. But yeah, if you have Attila, Rome 2, or Thrones of Britannia replays, please feel free to send them on in. I will happily cover them. When it comes to Attila and Thrones of Britannia, I am not as confident in glancing at units and being able to be like, oh yeah, this this particular, like, I mean, this fight right here, the Thurio Spears, the Celtic Warriors against the Gallic Warriors, I mean, besides the obvious content clues where it says they're losing, I can tell you off the bat that these two are going to do fairly well against us. Even with the Thurio Spears, when it was just them, I could tell you that I know for a fact that they'll hold on for a while. So that's going to be a bit of a learning curve when it comes to Attila and Thrones of Britannia. Even though I do or have played both, still not completely familiar with, right off the top of my head, how good units are. Especially with Attila, how many factions there are to choose from. But yeah, I'm still going to cover them. Especially since Attila and Thrones of Britannia have some of like the best siege maps that I've ever seen in a Total War game. I mean, their siege maps are so freaking cool, dude. So yeah, definitely would love to and will get to those replays. I think they might actually be. I might actually get to those next week, or maybe this week actually. Who knows? We'll see. We will see. But anyway, so far the attackers have finally made their way in. They've broken through this little area right here after lots and lots of bloody fighting. Looks like the Gallic Warriors here have either been defeated and or are pulling out. What is this right now? They were beat. Now the Thurio Spears are going to march ever forward, taking on some Libyan infantry here. That's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a tough fight. Tough fight, too. Cleric Slingers are still just kind of hanging out here. Again, that's kind of... I mean, he's not using them. He might have not necessarily forgotten about them, but they're just there. But that's also preventing Seleucid from moving Assyrian archers over here to fire into the backs of the Libyan infantry to assist the Thurio Spears and Celtic Warriors. But realistically, that's what you would want to do. Meanwhile, up here, Arverni is burning down this tower here, which is going to actually end up killing some of these painted warriors if he's not careful. Falling back, up to 27. So yeah, so if he doesn't move, let's see. He has 149 guys here. 37. See what happens. Ooh! Ballista crew actually came over here because they're all 100 kills. Not bad. Not bad. That's pretty good. All right, let's see. Again, still 149. 52. Yeah, I guess sometimes it is just better to burn down a tower and not even worry about trying to get it. Archers over here getting got. Only 79 kills. That's unfortunate. Again, let's see. 149. 73. There was another unit here. Did they disappear? I guess they did. I mean, they're right there still, probably, but 84. 86. All right, let's see. 149 men. Will they lose some? 92, 94, 96. Just in the nick of time did he shift. I think... I guess it's hard to say, actually. Who knows? Hard to say if he would have lost anybody or not. What do we have here? Illyrian Hoplite. Oh, my God. 3 more Illyrian Hoplites. Single silver chevron up. Another one. And, oh, African pikemen. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Duh, Carthage does get pikes. Dummy. Moving forward here again. Looks like they're just kind of tightening the vise over here. Probably trying to get them to just go back inside, honestly, so he can turn around and get his units up on in here. Mercenary Gallic hunters moving forward. They're going to start fire. Oh! By the way, and since because Arvaki's doing this right now, you can do this with Rome. Well, you could really technically do it with any faction that allows you to do a widespread stance like this, right? Here's a good way to protect your archers from getting shot at. And this definitely works better with Rome because of their shield. It's a better missile block chance, all right? So you know how people like to pike stack, right? Pike stacking is when you set up your line of pikes, they're in pike formation, and then you take another unit, hoplite, thorax sword, whatever, that has a better shield than the pikeman, and you stack them on top of the pikeman, meaning you filter that unit into the pike formation, and that's going to help better protect the pikes from archer fire, or any type of projectile fire for that matter, except for a scorpion, of course, or a giant flying rock, or a building collapsing, but I digress. Archers are obviously a unit that always gets focused down. If you're playing as a faction that allows you to put your units in a spread out stance like this, and again, Rome is the ideal faction to do this with because of their giant shields, what you can do is, and this is how I would do it first, take your Roman legionaries, set them in spread out stance, click and drag as far as the unit will allow it to go, and then what you do is you take your archer unit and you drop your archer unit on top of that legionary unit, okay? But at the same size, you keep it the same size so that each archer is quote-unquote protected by a legionnaire and his shield. I ran a test a while ago, and I've been meaning to actually do this with the assistance of Eric and the two other madmen. I just haven't gotten around to it because of who I am as a person. But it actually takes longer for an archer unit to get rid of your projectile unit if they are filtered on top of a Roman legionary unit that is in wide stance, spread out stance. And they can still fire too. They can fire back still. So that is one way that, let's say if your units are outside the wall or whatever, and they're getting fired at, your archers, that you could potentially protect your archers. And again, I want to make that a series of like cool little tips and tricks that covers stuff on maps, siege maps that you can use, because there are some things here and there that are neat little exploits that you can use to gain upper hand, and then also like neat little things to do with units that I feel are worth the while, like stacking legionary units or whatever unit it is that can do the spread stance mixed in with archers to help protect them with them. All right, anyway, let's go back to regular speed, see what's going on. Averni's making a little bit of headway over here, taking on the Libyan infantry. They are losing to the Celtic warriors, so that's good. Carthage come over here with some Gallic warriors, 75 men, 81 kills. They're going to try and stop the acquisition of this arrow tower. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Galatian legionaries are here. The numbers are even. Combat's even, too. The only upper hand that the Gallic warriors have is that they are fresh. Balearic slingers coming on over here. Looks like they're going to try and threaten. Are they actually out of ammo? They are not. Peltis throwing their projectiles. Looks like they're going after the Celtic warriors here. No surprise, there's only 19 of them left. It's going to be even fewer soon. And then we have 2 more units of Libyan infantry over here, ready and raring to go. But honestly, yeah, I would get the chosen swords back in here. Oh no, they're winning. So okay, yeah, he's doing the right thing. Never mind. So far, it has been one hell of a struggle. Arvaki looks like has managed to sneak his way back inside the settlement. Massilia is now sending his men up the towers into the settlement itself. Now they're just getting ready for the final assault. Galatian legionaries not doing too well. Gallic warriors, though, are gone. Chosen swords are getting shot at, but hopefully they'll be able to capture this arrow tower quickly, and that should be within range, I would think, of the African pikemen here. What do we have here? Illyrian hoplite. I don't think it's going to be in range of the Illyrian hoplites, though. But don't forget, there are Libyan infantry right here, so they can't really freely walk around. And then, yeah, they have their heavy horse and citizen cav and Again, I don't think they have a choice in general. I think they only have the Hippeus Lancer, so it's not really their fault. But yeah, Telefordune, not worth bringing Cav. If you're worried about getting sallied out on, bring some Levy Freeman or some Spears or something to deal with that. But it is never, ever, unless you're 100% sure that you're going to knock a wall, or knock a hole in the wall, knock a wall in the hole, knock a hole in the wall, not worth bringing Cav, in my opinion. So now, Arvaki is now duking it out with Galatia. Painted Warriors taking on some Galatian Legionaries. Another unit of Painted Warriors coming on up. They're going to actually be able to get a nice little charge into the back of these guys here. That's going to be pretty detrimental. Especially because they have the fear ability. So these guys, as you can see, frightened by enemy unit. But these guys are now going to get focused down hard by several archer units, and it's not going to go well. They actually stopped. Why did you guys stop? Okay. That I can understand. Galatian Legionnaire is going to charge into these guys. Honestly, I don't... Well, I guess it's worth it. But, again now, these guys can move freely and just, if they really want, ping-pong back and forth between the two units. But no, they're actually... no, they are. Okay. Thought they were actually going to start making their way down the hill. Which they could do. This wouldn't be 100 kills so far. They still have plenty of ammo, for sure. But again, he's now just exposing his rear even more. I understand he's trying to get rid of as many guys as he possibly can at this point. What was War Cry? Morale, okay. Then Intimidate, ability use. Again, they don't have an ability. They have Shield Wall, but I would not classify that. It's not an ability. That's just something that most shield units can do. So there's a little bit of a lull in the battle, except for up here. This is an important, very strategic point in this map to have. Oh, they put a Scorpion too. Look at that. This would be 4 kills already. So yeah, I mean, they let this thing rip. They're gonna get lots of kills. It's a good spot for it too, especially as they either fall back or the attackers just get closer. So these two Galatian Legionary units up here are kind of surrounded, but not really. They are getting lots of support from archers here. These Painted Warriors are not going to have a very good time. But hopefully, though, between the 4 of them, they'll have enough ammo left to deal with the African pikes. Again, I don't know how many African pikemen he has. I only see the 1 here. So who knows? General's bodyguard up there, mercenary Iberian. Look at that. Mercenary Iberian swordsman in the back. Late game unit. That's what I'm talking about. This just confirms my suspicions. Or my theory. Iberian swords are late game units. 100% for sure. But these painted ones are going to be gone pretty soon, so hopefully they move at least a handful of archers up here, because the slingers that they have aren't really going to be able to get good shots up and over here, okay? Carthage, for the most part, is pretty much out of ammo, and you only add Balearics, and then, of course, the Peltists over here. And then the Celtic Bowmen, they would get too close and end up getting shot to hell anyway. Yeah, but hopefully they can get rid of these guys, move some archers up here, and then they have free reign to just absolutely rain down hell upon the defenders. Oathsworn, Noble Fighter, 2 very scary units. 3 units of Chosen Swords, 1's a little beat up, the other 2 are doing relatively good. Easy to get his Oathsworn over here, I think, maybe.
Double time.
A little fight going on over here. This is not going to last too long, though. You ask me, though, I think they're reinforcing this flank too much. I think the Libyan infantry would have been fine. Potentially. Maybe just a noble fighter over here to help. But the amount of troops that are coming over here for these 3 units, not good. Get these archers over here. There's nothing left unless he's gonna... I think he's gonna capture a tower. And then the tower will start firing at these guys. What is going on here? What is this? Where are the rest of your slingers? What happened here? They've been here the entire game, too, and I'm just now realizing that they're, like, doing something silly. Maybe that's why he's coming over here, just to see, to make sure. Because, again, he doesn't necessarily need to capture this. But what they do need to do is get some archers, more archers over here. Wisely, Massilia is firing into the sides of these units here. It's going to try and help these Galatian legionaries as best he can. Surprised that these guys are still holding on for as long as they have. Big fight going on over here, though. Shows the swords get absolutely wrecked.
Quick march. Defensive positions.
I don't know. Pardon me.
At the double.
It's a tough fight. Who knows? Everyone's been doing really well, holding it down. Yeah, see, he's losing that Galatian right up here, and that's well. There's only 7 guys left, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Again, I would not have wasted my time to go and capture that tower. It's not worth it to me. Pace Lancer General's coming around. Looks like they're going to bank on this getting captured, potentially. Yeah, they're shifting hard to come over here and punch a hole through. They're kind of discombobulated over here, too, okay? They're still kind of moving troops around. You got these guys right here dealing with the Chosen Swordsman. They both think that, well, they were winning for a minute, not anymore. Archer's still firing? Yeah. Firing right into the blob. I would be going after the Illyrian hoplites, specifically. Here we go. If they keep going, this defense right here is not up to snuff. There are gaps in this line. The Illyrian Thurio spears are not going to last long. They're not as good as the regular ones. Okay? They're going to get their butts handed to them. All we need, too, is thorax swords or somebody come charge right into the back of these painted ones. I mean, hell, even with the chosen swords, I'd break them away. Charge into noble fighters. They're not going to win, but they'll hinder them a little bit. They'll slow them down a bit. But yeah, this is, I mean, you got the slingers out here by themselves. Carthage has his battle line right here. Everyone else is just kind of dogpiling on rabbit over here, coming over, stacked on top of each other. This noble fighter unit is going to be left out to dry. Because what is it going to do? It's going to move in, and what are you going to go after? You're walking into the jaws of death right now. Granted, they're only thorax swords, but even still, and that, well, not anymore. if this thorax sword had continued to kind of go this way a little bit towards the slingers and stuff, and this one had stood its ground, they could have potentially, I feel at least, baited the noble fighters into walking in between the two, and then they could have sandwiched it and then be done with it. But even these chosen swords right now, these chosen swords could do something. They could come over here, walk along the line of the wall, and then charge into the back of these noble fighters, because they're going to have a field day with the thorax swords.
To arms! Advance at speed!
Never be afraid.
Attack their position!
And I'm not accusing anyone of being afraid to either. Never be afraid to use the wall of a barbarian settlement as a workaround, okay?
Draw weapons!
Never be afraid to do that. You will get people playing who will tell you that you're being cheap or you're cheating or yada, yada, yada. Unless there's a gentleman's agreement to not use the wall in that manner,
The devil!
it's free game,
Understood!
okay? Don't let anyone else make you think otherwise.
Engage!
See if we can find anything here, huh? Actually, this is kind of cool. Some of them are throwing, some aren't. It would just be cooler if there was a tower here or something, you know? Try and get in here. Really get in the action. Make you feel like you're there. Go with that. All right, back to it. Noble Fighter is definitely going to win that. Potentially, actually. They are getting shot at, so who knows?
Quick march!
I want to know what happened to this unit. I might have to re-watch this just to see what happens to this. 35 guys. There was 120 initially. But where the hell is everybody else? Unless they somehow managed to, like, warp into the wall. Which would be hilarious. What are we at here? Cav, still just on the outside. Can't do anything. Oh, what are we doing here? He ain't paying attention. If Arverni was paying attention, he could get and Massilia. They can come over here and potentially get rid of Arvaki's general. That would be pretty big. Thorax Sword's not doing too bad, though they are losing now. Painted Warriors, Noble Fighters. Don't the Painted Warriors scare? No, they don't. Okay, I thought they scare everybody regardless.
Double time! Advance at speed!
Still 24 minutes left in this.
Hack them down! Cut them down!
Oh, Thorax Swords were wavering. Decided to stick around. Painted ones are starting to get out of here. That's good. Illyrian Thurio Spears is still hanging out, too. Surprising. 49 kills under their belt. Haven't lost a man yet. Come on, who's gonna break first? Again, using Intimidate against the Thorax Swords, not gonna do anything. How many Oathsworn do they have? 1 plus the general, I guess, maybe? Oh, they're getting ready to... They're gonna defend the hill.
Yes, Commander.
They're gonna fall back sooner or later. You'll see. Scorpions ripping shots right through these guys here. Oh, maybe not. Who are we firing at? All the way over here, really? Million Throw Spears are in there. Tossing their javies up to 21 kills. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, these Thorax Swords managed to slip on by here, huh? Turn right around. Gonna get a nice little rear charge off on these Noble Fighters. Hopefully that'll be enough to break them completely. That'll be good, huh? Javi toss. And look at that. Pardon me. The painted ones didn't start wavering until the Illyrian Thurio Spears started throwing their javelins. And that's because of collateral damage. There they go. They're gone. They're going to break. Yep. Noble Fighters getting swarmed down to 35 guys. 152 kills, though, so not too bad. 54 for the Thurios. From RDI. Down to 134 men. Slingers are still slinging. They still got ammo. Ike's just kind of hanging out here. Down to 136 men. Honestly, if I were, I'd pull them back as quickly as I could. They're just out there like sitting ducks. How many Galatian legionaries? There's not a lot. Oh, jeez, not a lot. Okay. Not doing too good. I mean, it's no surprise. It's a noble fight. Even though there's only 15 and they're about to break now, that's still a very scary unit that can do a lot of damage output. 54 guys left in this unit. They'll definitely come back. Just gotta wait it out. And then Cav is still outside. I should have at least knocked down one wall just so they could get the cab in. Oh, yeah, this was a bad move. I don't know why he did this.
Pull back!
Million Thurio Spears falling back.
Quick march!
Thorax Sword's going to be gone relatively soon. Chosen Swordsman, though, hanging out. Looks like they're probably going to beat these guys off. I didn't say that. I didn't finish the sentence. No, I didn't finish the sentence. It doesn't count. Chosen Swordsman making short work of some Illyrian Thurio Spears, although they are also losing themselves. They're probably getting shot at by multiple units over here, so that's no surprise. Hopefully, though, they'll be able to get rid of these guys quickly. Oathsworn taking care of some Galatian legionaries. Archers up here, though, laying down the law. Pikes are getting focused. Down to 112. Now, I wonder why he did this. They had this in the bag. Unless they were starting to lose with his cav, which is a strong possibility. But he had 3 hoplites there to assist. So I don't know how that happened. But Arvaki's general is pretty beat up. What about RDI's general? 133 guys, 118 kills. Melee defense is 69.
Advance at speed!
Illyrian noble hoplites aren't any joke.
Advance at speed!
Meanwhile, over here, Illyrian 30 spears. Looks like they're going to set up a little defensive line there, but they are getting shot at. 30 spears moving forward. Yeah, these guys are just better all around. Melee defense as well. Actually, no. Their melee defense isn't as good, but probably because their armor is better. It's... What? Their armor is not better? Alright, so what's the difference then? 65, 65, 49, 51 for melee defense, and they're not chevroned. 20 and 25, 28 and 25. That's literally the only difference. And they get a better charge bonus. Wow. So the Illyrian throw spears aren't too shabby then, huh? Alright. But they're still losing. They're going to be gone soon. Meanwhile, over here, really, you're out? 105? Oh, come on. You could have had more. Are we firing here? Right. Very good. Plenty of kills. Pikes continue to suffer losses. They're getting 74, I would say. In the 70s is still kind of useful. But they're continually getting shot down into numbers where they're not going to be a useful unit anymore. Are we fighting multis? Multis, guys? God, I mean, look at the amount of bodies. I mean, right here it's like ridiculous how many dead bodies. And then you go over here and it's just, it's all dead bodies. Archers continue. Oh, this is going to be a turkey shoot. They get up here. And what is... It's their shield arm. But even still, getting shot in the side is not a fun thing to have done to you. So they're getting their archers up here, the ones that still have ammo. And they're going to start firing down into the side/rear of the defending troops. Meanwhile, over here we have, what is it? Chosen Swords taking on some Illyrian throw spears. We all know that's going to go. And again, though, I mean, these guys are standing right here. 67 kills. They definitely have ammo left. I just slip by. Slip by. Get on in there. That's what I'd be doing. Again, unless they have a gentleman's agreement not to use the walls in such a manner. You should use the walls in that manner. For half a second, I thought that Arvaki waited for the Chosen Swords to pull back to fire. It seemed like that for a minute.
We await your command.
Ooh, nice. There you go. Look at that number drop. From 80 something down to 67.
Advance at speed! Wait on my order!
Nice. Getting some good shots into the rear of these troops here. They're going to have a tough time. They are losing decisively. One's just taking fire. Yeah, get rid of the general, too. How many guys left in here? Noble Cav. 53. Oathsworn General, that'll be a little scary. And they're out of ammo. How many kills? 157 kills. My gosh. My gosh. That basically is an entire unit that they took out on their own. And didn't lose anybody out of their own unit. I mean, we got to hand it to them. They had it placed in a good spot. Scorpions have pretty ridiculous range. So, no surprise. Tell me this dude's going to ride out and take on the Citizen Cav. Actually, that's a fight he'll win, because there's only 35 of them left. But if the heavy horse, if Arverni notices this, then he could get over there in time and help, and then they'll get rid of Arvaki's general, which would be pretty big. So, there's not much left on both sides. RDI's general is starting to waver pretty well and good. 150 kills, down to 35 men. He's going to be gone. Same with the Illyrian hoplites here. I'm going to slow it down for a second. And we're going to take stock of how many combined infantry units the attackers still have. Only foot, too, not archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? 14 infantry units. And then the defenders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can count the peltists. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Arvaki's general just left out of the settlement to go after the Citizen Cav. Honestly, not worth it, in my opinion. I think it would have been better for him to stay inside and assist, because having the general around does give a bit of a boost to morale. I mean, yeah, look, that's a small victory and all, but not. What did he put out? War cry. Would not have. You don't need to. There's 34 guys left in that. They're gone. Oh my gosh. That Oathsworn unit got eviscerated. 252 kills, though. So, they're doing something right. Losing decisively against some Thurio spears, though. Tell you, man. Don't mess with Thurio spears. They'll F you up, boy. But, look at that. Using that wall. Cecilia responding in kind, pulling his Thurio spears back. I'm sure if he still has ammo, they'll turn around and start to pepper these guys down. And already, yeah, he's pulling them away. Pulling them away.
Pull back! Move out! Ready yourselves!
Oathsworn are done for. 17 guys left.
Quick march!
Won't be longer now. General, those coming in. He's going to be met by another unit of Oathsworn. Interesting. He went after these guys instead of them. which I guess is not a bad idea, since they are the larger unit, and he's betting that they'll be able to, his Oathsworn general will be able to take these guys out, which 100% he's correct. But these guys are now going into score formation. Melee defense has been bumped up to 66. Morale is also 66. So he's going to have a little bit of a harder time. He is winning decisively at the moment, but he's going to have a tough time. Ivysaur is getting beat up. I know I did say that they're a late game unit. I didn't say that they were invulnerable, though. Because they still only have 10 armor. And their melee defense, while insane, not enough to protect them from the Noble Spear General from Marverni. I think that's what it's called, right? Noble Spear? Oh, no, it's Oathsworn. Oh, it's Galatia that had the Noble Spear. But here we go. Oathsworn charging up. Gonna go after the sword followers, perhaps? Something? No, but they are starting to fall back. Carthage looks like Carthage gave up, maybe? I'm not sure. Pikes, useless. 43, useless. Massilia's going after Arvaki, but he's gonna be able to get back inside before anything bad can happen to him. That's unfortunate. I think now at this point, I think Massilia needs to stop. Not even bother trying to mess with the Libyan infantry. Okay? Be a placeholder. Hang out here. And again, I don't know what Carthage is doing, whether or not they're in the game or they just like gave up or whatever. Who knows? This is now your easiest path of egress to get where you need to go. There's nothing here except for some archers, a depleted sword follower, a pike that's about to be gone from the face of this planet, and an Oathsworn general who, quite frankly, won't be able to withstand being overwhelmed by all of this, archers included. Leave the peltists, and which it does actually look like is exactly what he's doing. Looks like he's coming over here actually too to potentially capture this tower. Did they already capture it? Is this This is not a capturable tower. I never realized that. But hold them here. You don't need to fight them. There's no reason to fight these guys. Okay? What's important? Didn't you just hear what I said, Seleucid? The important thing here is to get over here and to get rid of the general. Get rid of Carthage's general, and I guarantee you that these guys are going to start to waver and break soon. Smooth move, however, on Massilia's part, making his way around, and hopefully he's going to actually come here and just take the gatehouse. Screw getting involved with actually getting a combat with the Libyan infantry and the Libyan peltists. Not worth it. What is worth it is capturing this gatehouse so that you can get your cav inside and they can actually start to do some serious... Oh my god, he actually caught them! He actually caught them! Nice! 18, 17, 16, dropping like flies. They are losing decisively, and they're gone. He's out of here. And there's still 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in this, which is wild to me. And the other African pike is up here, along with Iberian slingers, 118. So they're probably out. But yeah, going after them, I don't think was necessary, because it seems like Carthage is either taking an extended bathroom break or he's doing something, but his head's not in it. Literally, his head's not in the game. So they probably could have left the Iberian infantry and the Iberian peltists And, oh no, he's moving these guys. So I don't know what's going on here, but these dudes are done for. Yeah, they're winning decisively. I don't know why he decided to throw his Thurio spears in there. They're winning slightly, but even still, not worth it. But capturing this, 100% worth it. Heavy horse is coming on around. He's going to be able to get them inside, which would be huge. Having some cab on the inside will definitely help. At least you'll be able to run roughshod over some of these units here and put a little bit of a hurting on them. Now then, let's take a look. 169, 91. They definitely still have ammo left. They don't. 91 kills and you're out of ammo. Come on. Does anyone have ammo left? Please tell me somebody has ammo left. Okay, they still have ammo left. 79, 104, they probably still do. 91, they should. And they do. Because again, pikes are going to be a problem. There's the Oathsworn General up there too. Well, don't leave them. Turn around and help. Yeah, come on. What are you doing? This 80-man Massilian Thurio Spear didn't have a problem taking these dudes on. Get in there and help them. Here comes the heavy horse. Well, it's not like they're going to be able to get back in, so who cares? Oh, they're gone. Okay. These guys should have came in and smashed right into the back. Like, is no one paying attention to this? No one is. Wild. Absolutely wild. Nobody's paying attention to this. There's going to be a 120-man unit of Libyan infantry that's going to be freed up, waltzing around the back lines. Hopefully, Massilia will notice and do something about it with his the Payas Lancer Cav. Last remaining holdouts of Carthage just kind of doing what they can to hopefully ward off the attackers, but of course it's not going to be enough. There they go. He's coming around. Hopefully he can get here soon because they absolutely... And this is... Whatever. What are you going to do? All I can do is sit here and say what should have been done. And that's not going to change the fact of what was done. Yeah, the heavy horse should have immediately came over here and helped and got rid of these guys. Because if Carthage was paying attention, and he was actually had his head in the game, no offense to the Carthage player, he might have dropped out, lost connection, whatever. He'd turn his troops right around and come and capture this. And effectively box out the Payas Lancer General from Massilia. But it looks like they're going to get inside. Also, the heavy horse shouldn't be worrying about this. These guys are losing. You got a perfectly good general right here. Okay? Go and kill him. Please.
Orders understood.
Go. Get inside and kill these guys. There's only 87 of them left. And he's putting them in the shield wall. But it's the wrong way, though, right? Eh, maybe not. There we go. Thank you. Getting a nice charge. Not like a great one, because they were in shield wall. But good enough. Thurio Spears coming back. Love to see it. 49 men left in that unit. Carthage is done for here. Now we should be coming over here to deal with these guys. 8 minutes left in this long and brutal battle. Go for the please. Please kill Carthage's general. Please. Please. I don't know what I'm witnessing here. Somebody kill Carthage's general. These guys are seemingly terrified. 77 men left. Where's the rest of them? Couldn't tell you. Here they are. Is it Iberian swords? It is. Do you have any ammo left? Probably not. 268. Nice. Love to see that. Somebody please come kill the general. Anybody please come kill the general. Just anyone. I'll give you $1 million. Not really, but please. Throw me a bone. Wrapping around, going to charge into the back of these Illyrian Durio spears. Definitely the way to go. Unless they, of course, turn around and countercharge. They go. Again, not the best use, I feel, of the Cav from Arverni, but it is what it is. I understand what he's trying to do. I do. Galatian Legionnaires marching right on up this hill. They're going to get in here and try and do something against these Illyrian hoplites. Should probably be doing okay. What they really need to do right here now is to break through here and capture this arrow tower, because then that's going to help them out a lot in the long run, dealing with the hoplites here and then obviously the units that are up on this hill. And there we go. Nice little charge. Get rid of the general bodyguard. I'm sure the Massilian Thurio spears will get over here too to assist. Here we go. Get on in there. Oh, sworn general. Please. Assist your Cav. Don't let them fight spears alone. Please. Even though they are winning, which is surprisingly. Surprisingly surprising. Not anymore, though. $143 kills for the heavy horse, so not too bad. Finally, Carthage's general wakes up, realizes something's going on. Too little, too late, though. Gonna start to capture that. Love to see it. Get rid of them. Take it. Charge into those Iberian swordsmen. They're gonna take a pummeling. Archers here are firing right on up at, yep, pikes. These guys are going to start to oh, he's going to pike stack, isn't he? Is that what you're doing? Or are you just marching your hoplites conveniently in front of the African pikemen so that they take some brunt? And look at this, he's shifted now too. So now the weapon arm is going to be more exposed. He's going to lose more men that way. They really need to take this, though, which it looks like they're going to go do. Please take that arrow tower. It's going to help so much. No. Capture this. Please. I'm begging you. Is that what they're doing? It's like they're sending them in and then pulling them back out. What it feels like, at least. At least they had enough ammo left. Here we go. Nope. You're just going to lose men unnecessarily. They need to take that. I don't care who. Somebody does. Use one of the archers that are here. Use this. They're out of ammo. Bring them up over here. Take this. Never leave a tower, especially one that's behind you. Never leave it uncaptured. Because that could potentially end up being the deciding factor of why you lose. Because your troops kept getting shot in the back. So, Falter is more or less done for. So is Boei and Arvaki. It's really just RDI kind of left. Well, not really. I mean, Boei is the only one with a general left. Carthage only has pikes. Arvaki only has slingers.
As you command.
RDI only has 2 hoplites and 1 slinger who probably don't have no ammo left. Yeah, they're out. No point in keeping them back here either. Just send them in. Oh, there's something right here too. I think that's another unit of slave slingers. This is over. Wow. Charging right on in. I would...
Understood.
Well, who would I pop it on? If they haven't used Headhunt yet, I would communicate. You know, use Headhunt, and I'll boost you with Battle Rhythm and Second Wind.
Riders, advance! Active engage!
I don't think the defenders are going to win, but they are in a very defensible position. And here's the thing with the pikes, too. Like, there's only 52 guys left. But at this point, this is where you stack them in. You filter them in amongst the hoplites, the Oathsworn, whatever, so that they can do something. They're not doing anything here. They're not being helpful in any way, shape, or form. And again, I don't know if he dropped out, his connection got crappy. I don't know what happened. But I can tell you that the pikes up here, there you go, are not doing any good. Yeah, moving forward. Get them in here. Oh, I didn't see their pikes. I did not see their pikes. No, this is completely over. They have a fresh unit of pikes. They have no ammo to deal with the pikes. What do we got here? 261, not bad. That's pretty good. And 287. Jeez Louise. But there we go. Pike's going to start doing their pokey poke business. This is going to be pretty much over with. Minute 55 left. Hell of a battle.
Forward! Advance at speed! Advance!
I mean, really, it's just fantastic on both parts. The defense, just like a slow trickle of a fallback completely, causing heavy losses to the attackers. The attackers also doing likewise.
Quickly now!
I don't know. I think the only thing that the defenders probably could have done differently
Quickly now!
that would have resulted in them winning is
Engage!
potentially if Arvaki had stayed within the walls and they had their Scorpion up here right off the bat, just ripping shots. Same with the Slingers, too. The Scorpion and the Slingers right here, and then the painted ones as support behind to intimidate. I think that might have worked. Instead of sallying out with them, I think that might have worked. And we might have been singing a different tune here. But that's it. Really great battle. Both sides put up a hell of a fight. Really, really impressive.
Engage!
Seriously cool. That's going to be it. Carthage's general came back. He's like, wait. I'm still pissed, damn it. I'm here. Getting a couple kills in. All right. Let's see how everybody did. I can't wait to see these numbers. Wow. Not bad. All right. Seleucid, possibly the coolest name in gaming history ever. Radbro 42069, getting 1,716 kills. 70 for his general, 2 for the citizen cav. Yeah, no surprise. 130, 101, 130, and 94 for the archers. Not bad with these 3 units at least. Hillman, just doing Hillman things. 22, 34, 23, and 55. 76 for the pikes. And then the thorax swords, 175, 34, 41, 113, 247, 118, 88, 105. Oh, 30 spears, 105, and 58. Emperor Kendikatsu getting 1,793 kills, 235 for his general, love to see it, 101 for the ballista, 24 for the slingers, 246 and 109 for the Gallic hunters, so well done, especially with that unit. Celtic warriors, 104, 87, and 88. Massilian 30 spears, 89, 54, 76, 154, well done. Thorax swords, 42, 55, 93, 15, 17, 143, and 59. Flight year? I'm not sure. 2,455. 144 for his general, 29 for the slingers, 174, 98, and 221 for the Syrians. Well done. Galatian legionaries of 107, 131, 213, 132, 184, 147, 269. Nice. Not just because of the number, but because that's also impressive. 37 for the Levy Freeman, and then Galatian warriors, Galatian swords, 88, 113, 124, 120, 27, 27, and 70. And then Furier, I don't know. 2,545 kills, 333 for the Osworn General, 87 for the Ballista, 143 for the Heavy Horse, 303, wow, 173, 146, 173 for the Gallic Hunters. Well done with this unit. Celtic Warriors, 81, 72, 144, 134, 166, 38, and 82. Chosen Swords, 50, 60, 122, 19, 65, and 154. And then Gore Mjolnir. Sorry, I always get the second part messed up. I apologize. 1,480 kills, 155 for General, not bad. 160 for the Noble Fighters, also good. 93 for the Iberian Scorpion, not bad. 202, 182, and 118 for the Slingers. Well done with these 3 units. Love to see it. 31, 48, 66, 124, 128, 111, and 62 for the painted ones. Interesting build, but it did work. It did work pretty well. Teddy Cola getting 2,184, 151 for his Illyrian Noble Hoplite General, 280 and 3. He only had 2 slingers. Wow. And 303 for his slingers. Seriously, well done with these 2. 114, 159, 117, 145, 135, 94, and 84 for the Illyrian Hoplites. 16, 8, 50, 55 for the Illyrian Spearmen, and then the Illyrian Thurio Spears, 75, 110, 138, and 150. Holy crap, that's That's pretty impressive, actually. Bearded Warman, 58, getting 2,075 kills, 4 for his general, 1 for the Scutari Cav, 102 for the Libyan Peltist, 81, 103, 43 for the Slingers, the Blarics, 16 and 18 for the Pikes. They just got eviscerated. 187, 220, 91, and 130 for the Libyan Infantry. Well done. Celtic Warriors, 96, or the Gallic Warriors, rather. I'm sorry. 96, 139, 229, and 70. Holy crap! 118, 149, and 170. You see what happens when you use them as a late game unit? Do you see what happens? I have never seen Iberian swords with numbers like that. Never. Jeez. 105 for the Italian swords. And then VJ getting 2,862. So close to 3,000. 238 and 300 for the 2 Oathsworn. 157 for the Celtic Scorpion. Jeez. 153, 160, 119, and 133 for the Celtic Bowman. 242, 137, 96 for the Celtic Warriors. 24 and 33 for the Levy Freeman. Then 136, 225, 131. 127, 214, and 237 for the Swordfallers. So well done for VJ commanding Boei there. Seriously impressive work. Well done to everybody, actually, honestly. It was a hell of a fight. I really, really enjoyed this one a lot. It was very, very good to watch. Hell of a battle, yes. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. And with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.